What up, YouTube? This is your boy Nando, and today we're gonna have a crazy transformation on one of my good friends, Adrian, or as we all call him, AC Blends. And yeah, let's get to it. So, first off, I'm gonna start just cutting through the top. Since his hair is kind of straight, I don't know, the clippers just didn't want to go through, so I started using different techniques. And yeah, that's what you see here. So yeah, just go through it with it. Start with the big number and then go lower and lower each time. So I did a 5 all around, and it was kind of rough at first, but as you guys can see, since he did have long hair, he kind of had a split because he used to get tapers. So yeah, that's the line you see right there, like starting from his lineup all the way like down. That's where all his long hair was at. So he would get either lineups or tapers. Now I'm gonna just start cutting through with the 3 all around, try to make it even. I'm gonna try to take out that part right there that he has. So just go thoroughly with the number 3, and if that doesn't work, maybe go a little bit lower, but you still want to keep that darkness, so I think a 3 should be fine. With the fade, the line will kind of blend in, so I'm not really worried about that. Now I'm gonna just start my trimmer work. I'm gonna start my first guideline, which is my bald guideline, and the way I measured this is usually when it's like a mid, with the mid fade, I usually just level my guideline straight into the eye or straight into the eyebrow. I don't go higher than that because I want to keep it mid. I don't want to go too high either, so I just keep it at that. And he also wanted like a V in the back, so I also start with that because I don't want to start fading and lose the shape of it. So I want everything to be even, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And I'm gonna make sure that everything is even from both sides, so that way the V in the back doesn't look uneven, or it doesn't look like one side is higher. You guys get what I mean. An important key here is to make sure that all your guideline, especially your first guideline, is on point and it's clean, the cleanest you can, because you want to have a clean fade and you want to have an even fade for the most part. So make sure that your first guidelines are always clean, they're straight, or they're cleaned up. Basically, they're not all choppy. Don't just think because it's the first guideline you don't have to make it perfect. Just try to make it perfect if you can. So now I'm gonna just shave it, of course. Make it all. I usually go all the way to the top. Some people ask me like, oh, do you go all the way to the top, or do you like leave a spot, so you can blend that skin line? No, I usually go all the way to the top, and I'll show you guys how I take out my skin line, and it's pretty easy, and it makes the blend look a little bit more blurrier too, and it's not hard at all. So I'll show you guys in a bit. Now I'm gonna just start my second guideline, which is gonna be the clipper with no guard, all the way open, and I'm gonna do like a burst fade. So I'm gonna measure it with my eyebrow. The guideline, if you guys see, is going straight into the eyebrow, and I'm gonna just follow it all the way down to the V, but not cut too much into the V, because you could like make it look kind of baldish, and you don't want that. You want to keep that figure of the V looking a little bit darker, so it could stand out more. After that, I'm gonna just close my lever all the way up, and I'm gonna start fading that guideline, trying to take out the most I can before I go with my trimmer. Now I'm gonna just get my trimmer, and I'm gonna try to take out that skin line that I created. And as you guys can see, his skin line was actually not that hard to take off, but if it is, I usually just go with the shaver down to take it out completely. The next step is gonna be my one guard with the lever all the way closed, and I'm gonna do basically like the same guideline as I did with the no guard, except for the back I'm not gonna go too much in. I'm gonna leave that spot so I can leave it a little bit darker, and at the end it could pop more, and you guys will see that. Alright, now I'm gonna just get my half, and I'm gonna go halfway closed, and I'm gonna just try to fade that one guard that I created. And still, I'm not gonna get that back too much. I'm gonna start, you can see I can start fading it, but I don't want to cut too much off of it. Alright, now I'm gonna just get my 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna close it all the way. And as you guys can see, I'm just doing like a light flick because I don't want to go too in, and this is gonna give me the darkness that I'm looking for. And with the same motion, with that flick of the wrist, I'm gonna do it with my one guard, with my lever all the way closed. And this is basically just gonna soften up all those areas, but not cut too much. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just do that swoop-de swoop, and I'm gonna try to keep it natural. Try to just use the corner, don't use the whole blade, because you literally only need the corner. The corners are your best friends, trust me. And now from here on, it's just gonna be detailing, pure detailing. I'm gonna hit it with the 3. I'm gonna go with the 1.5. You're gonna see me go with the 1, with the half, everything I could possibly do to make this haircut go to the next level. I'll do it. And to get rid of those dark spots, I don't know if you guys could tell, but I definitely can, and I personally don't like leaving imperfections. So in a lot of my videos, you're gonna see me just go over the haircut again and again and again, like crazy, you know, because that's just what I like to do. If I'm not personally satisfied with what is coming along so far, I'm gonna change it, or I'm gonna keep going until I like it. So like I've told you guys in the video before this, experimenting is one of the biggest things that you could possibly do, because it gets you to the next level, and not necessarily wanting to mess up, because you don't want to mess up, but sometimes you have to risk it. And even if you do mess up, don't get discouraged, because once you make a mistake, you already know not to do that mistake again. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment, to try different guards, go a little bit higher. I don't know, whatever you feel that's gonna take your haircut to the next level. Just trust your gut, trust yourself, and be confident with it, because at the end of the day, only you can better yourself. Now I'm gonna do the same steps I did on the other side, on this side. So just enjoy it. Now I'm gonna just start with the second line that I'm gonna do on top of the V, and it's gonna be like a little design. So I'm gonna just go through with it. I'm gonna start making both lines. Don't just make one and make it thick and then make the other one, because you don't know if one has to be, if they have to be thicker or thinner. So just make them thin at first, or just make them normally, but don't be thicking them out beforehand, because you're gonna make it look weird if something doesn't have to be thick, or something has to be thicker than the other part, you know what I mean. So just take it slow. There's no rush. And also, there's always ways to take your haircut to the next level, like this little detail that I'm about to do right now. And it's literally just the corner of the bottom line. As you can see, I literally made that little corner sharper, and that took my haircut to the next level. It made it look sharper. It made the design pop more. It made it look a little bit more like a V. And yeah, just pay attention to those little details you could do, and it will make the haircut look way better. Now I'm gonna just do the lineup, and as you guys can see, his hair still has that part where his long hair was at, but I'm gonna just go ahead and start lining him up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start lining him up, not trying to push him back, because he does have a small forehead, and you could tell a lot if you push him back. So what I usually do is I just slowly, little by little, I start lining him up. And even though when you line them up and you don't push it back, they have those light spots, the light spots start fading away, and the lineup starts looking a little bit more full. But you have to take it slow. You can't be rushing it. And you guys are gonna see that in this part. I'm gonna do nothing but just take it slowly and go through the lineup over and over again until it looks good, but not pushing it back. So yeah, you guys are gonna see that right here. Alright, now to finish it off, I'm gonna just flick my 1.5 guard over the lineup to get rid of those little hairs that stick out. And with this, we're gonna start getting ready to see the final result for the haircut. Alright guys, so this is the haircut. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more haircut tutorials. And that'll be it for today's video. I'll see you till next time.